Hi dear students, welcome you all on the behalf of Untitled Tutorial. So now, let's begin with the very interesting topics which are often being asked in terms of your Neet, often the Aiims. So these are literally belonging from which of the chapters of your book? So these are belonging from the neural control and coordination. So now, let's understand about the brain with reference to what? With reference to the Untitled Tutorial. So now, our brain is the central information processing organs of our body. So you know about that. So it is what? So it is the central information processing organs of our body. Find here. Now, so these mean our brain is having the different types of the role in terms of the regulation. So these particularly regulate what things? Mean our brain. What? So these are particularly responsive in terms for regulating the voluntary action. Means what? The action which could be literally controlled by the help of what? With the in terms of our coordination mechanism, or either in terms for control of our thought. So suppose that when we are when we are actually drinking the water, so if we want to stop, so you could stop drinking as well as the food intake. So we particularly could stop the food intake. But suppose that we are inhaling the amount of the oxygen in terms by the course of the respiration. So these are could not be. So this could not be what? So this could not be stopped with reference to what? With reference to our thought. So these are like literally coming under what? So these are coming under the involuntary action of it. So voluntary action means what? The action which could be controlled with reference to our thinking, such as the exercise, doing exercise, playing, or either singing, as well as movement of the head, often the locomotion, etc. So these are coming under the voluntary action. Means it could be stopped with reference to our thinking. But when we are talking about the involuntary action, so what are actually these? So these are what? So the action which could not be stopped with reference to our thinking, as well as it initiates from what? From the beginning point, mean towards the life origination, and towards the life ending point, means what? Towards the death point. So the best example with reference to your mean the involuntary action, it will be what? So it will be actually the respiration, often the breathing, often the cardiac rhythm activities, often what? Often the heartbeat rate, often the heart function, often the lungs function, as well as etc. So these will be coming under what? So these will be coming under the involuntary action. Find here. Heart, lungs, as well as the kidney. So you know about the kidney. So these are having the what? Bean-shaped structure. Often what? Often the glomerular GFR, mean the glomerular filtration rate, playing an important role in what? Playing an important role to proceed as well as purify 80% of our blood, often the water molecule. So we are having the different types of the loops open. So these are what? So these are the frontal loops, then the parietal loops, then what? Then the temporal loops. Find here. The frontal, the parietal, often the temporal, etc. Now, so these are often having the different and specialized mechanism in terms of its loops. So these are having what function? What? So your frontal loops. So your frontal loops is often having the specialized part in it. So these are what? Playing an important role, as well as responsible for what? Responsible for the muscular stimuli, or rather the muscular activity here. Responsive for the muscular activity. That when we are talking about the parietal, so parietal is often having the vital role in terms of what? In terms of the thinking, as well as what? As well as the learning process, often the remembering, as well as what? As well as the maintenance of the body temperatures, etc. Find here. So temperature, then what? Then thinking, often the smell, often what mechanism? Often the touch mechanism. Now, so let's try to proceed with the third one. So you have understood about the parietal. So this role will be what? So playing an important role to coordinate with the temperature of what? Of our body, often the touch sensation, often the smell sensation. So you are often having these type of the receptors, such as the olfactory receptors, the auditory receptors, etc. Now, so these particularly stimuli will be tracked with reference to what? With reference to our parietal lobe. So here. Now, so let's proceed with the third one. Means what? The frontal lobe, the parietal lobe, then what? The temporal lobe here. So it will be responsible for what? In our temporal lobe. it will be responsive toward the auditory sensation. Auditory mechanism you know. So the particularly codes in which you particularly hear what? The vibrations. Literally mean the sound energy. It will be coming under what? So it will be coming under these mean the frontal parietal as well as the temporal lobe. So it will be coming under your temporal lobes. Find it. Now, so let's try to understand the different demonstration with reference to your these. Means what? The different dividation in terms of the forebrain, often the midbrain, then what? Then the hindbrain. So forebrain is known as what? So forebrain is regarded as the largest thinking part of what? Of the. So your forebrain is having the different types of the codes as well as the words. So its work is around what? So playing an important role in terms to boost as well as responsive for the mental activities. So these are what? So these are the learning, often the studying, often the thinking, etc. So this will be tracked with reference to what region? So it will be tracked with reference to your forebrain region here. Now, so we are often having the different parts with reference to this. Means your forebrain is often being further divided into the three broad categories. So these are what? So these are the cerebrum, as well as the thymus, as well as the hypothalamus. Fine. So cerebrum here. Now, so cerebrum are what? So these are regarded as what? The main thinking part as well as the largest portion within term of our brain, occupying the largest portion with reference to our brain. It will be occupied by what? So it will be occupied by none of these but only our cerebrum. Fine. After that you are having what? The thymus. So thymus role is quite different. So these are particularly responsive as well as playing important role to coordinate with what? To coordinate with reference to the neuromotor junctions. Often what? Often the sensory impulses. So these will be tracked with reference to what? With reference to your Poe's range. Main playing important role to coordinate with what? To coordinate with the neuromotor junctions as well as the impulses, stimuli, etc. So it will be tracked where? It will be tracked in your Poe's. So now the third one is what? So the third one is hypothalamus. So hypothalamus role will be what? Can you tell me? So the role of hypothalamus will play an important role in terms to coordinate with reference to the temperature of the body. Often playing an important role in what? In terms to maintain the body temperature. Then the urge to pass the stool. Often what? Often the urge to accommodate with reference to the stimuli of the hunger. Often in terms of the sexual behavior. So these literally information as well as the message are tracked with. So it will be tracked in terms of your hypothalamus. Now here. Now, so let's try to understand what are actually these means your middle brain. So middle brain are coming under what? So these are regarded as the largest portion of our, when we are talking about the middle brain. So you will be having what parts? So we are having the corpora begimania. So what are actually these? Mean the corpora begimania. So these type of the structure loops you could find here on the board. So these are known as the corpora begimania here. So it is often being further divided in terms of what? In terms of the two broad categories. So these are what? They are the superior begimania, then the inferior begimania. So two loops which are particularly dominant as well as bigger in size, coming under what? The superior begimania. The two loops which are actually smaller in size, it will be coming under what? So it will be coming under the inferior begimania. So you could understand that after the role of these loops, we have given the specialized name and it is known as what? The corpora quadi begimania. Means what? Quadi means what actually? Quadi means the 4 in number. So the loops will be present. It will be how much in number? It will be actually 4 in number. Thus, the corpora quadi begimania. So these are literally found where? These are literally found in your middle brain. And the role of middle brain is what? The role of the middle brain is the main thinking organ or either the part with reference to your brain. Fine. Now, so let's proceed with reference to the third one. Means what? Means actually our hindbrain. And what are actually the role of your hindbrain? So it provides the area for more neurons. Find it. Now, means what? It provides the area for what? For more neurons. So these are often being divided into the three broad categories. So these are what? So these are actually the bones. Then the cerebellum here. Then what? Then the medulla oblongata. So what are actually these role? So your bones is having what? So your bones is having the bands of the nerve fiber. So you know about the nerve fiber. Fine. Now after that you will be having what? After that we will be having the bones. Then what? Cerebellum. So cerebellum are what? So it is the largest portion with reference to your hindbrain. So the largest portion occupying the wider area of what? Of actually our hindbrain. As well as its role will be what? Can you tell me? Playing important role to maintain the body balance. Often what? Often the postures with reference to your body. As like we are having the auditory canal fluid, such as the eustachian tubes, etc. Often the pinna, etc. So these are coming under what? So these are coming under your core ear, or particularly the external ears. So you understood about what? So you understood about the bones playing important role in what? Playing important role to maintain the body balance, then the body posture, often maintaining the equilibrium. So when we particularly consume the amount of the alcoholic products, often what? Often the narcotic drugs, it will literally playing important role in terms to mismanage as well as alter what? Our bones values. Literally we will be claiming to see what? We will be claiming to see the sound as well as hear the visibility, which actually does not occur. So this is somewhat the role of your bones. After that you are having the medulla oblongata here. The medulla oblongata. So what will be its role in the medulla oblongata? So these are particularly the smallest part of your brain. So you know about the brain? Now, so these are actually what? Mean your medulla oblongata. So these are actually the smallest part of your brain. So this is somewhat the condition with reference to your brain. So these are literally belong from which of the chapters of your book? The neural control and coordination. So I thought you have understood what are actually the brain. What are the brain performing the role in term for what? In the case of the voluntary action, then in term of the involuntary as well as the endocrinal system. Often we have understood about the demonstration regarding with reference to your frontal lobe, often the parietal lobe, then what? Then the temporal lobe, as well as what are actually the forebrain, the midbrain, as well as the hindbrain. What are actually the parts literally coming under these? So fine. I thought you have got the concept. So if you like the work with reference to the education, often the lecture, so you could often subscribe, like, as well as comment, as well as share my videos with reference to what? With reference to the Rahul Anand tutorials. So very thank you. Very thank you.